Ever felt stuck in the same emotional cycles? Overthinking, emotional overwhelm, attracting the same kind of toxic relationships? There is a reason for that. It's not a personality flaw. It's the impact of trauma. Complex trauma changes the way we think, the way we feel, and the way we react. But that doesn't mean we're broken, and it doesn't mean we have to suffer in these disruptive and stressful patterns for the rest of our lives. This channel is about what happens after the chaos, when you finally want to take your life back, but you're not sure how. Hi, I'm Madalena, and this is You Reclaimed. Here we talk about how to take our lives back from the lasting effects of childhood trauma, of anxiety, of emotional dysregulation, so that we can finally live on our own terms. I created this channel because, like many of you, I've experienced firsthand what it's like to grow up in constant emotional chaos, to feel like you're stuck constantly reacting, like you never have the chance or the space to live in emotional and psychological peace. And most importantly, how that affects who you are and how you show up in the world throughout your life. I know what this feels like so well that I spent a large portion of my adult life working on changing my emotional landscape, on rebuilding it piece by piece so that I could build better relationships, respond to stress in a healthier way, and finally create a life that felt calm and grounded. It took me many years to figure out what was wrong with my life, to understand how I was participating in keeping myself in perpetual stress and misery, and how to fix things. But once I did, everything got easier. And what I know most of all, and what I want you to know, is that healing is possible. And that's what we're going to talk about here. So why does trauma keep you stuck? Trauma doesn't just go away because time passes. And complex trauma that's based on childhood years, it doesn't disappear when you grow up and start living adult lives. Instead, it lingers. Trauma embeds itself in your body, in your nervous system, in your thought patterns, and in the way you see the entire world. It's not because something is wrong with you. It's because trauma has physically changed the way your brain developed. And because of this, it's shaped who you are. But here's the good news. Trauma may have molded you into the person you are today, but it doesn't have to define you. The harmful emotional patterns you find yourself stuck in, they don't have to be your whole story. And they certainly don't have to be how your story ends. On this channel, we're going to talk about real and practical ways to heal ourselves. Not just talking about our trauma, but actually learning how to rewire our brains through action, through things we have control over ourselves. We'll talk about how to break out of toxic patterns and reclaim ourselves from underneath all the weight that complex trauma puts on our lives. We'll talk about how trauma affects our emotions and our relationships with ourselves and with other people. We'll talk about why certain mindsets and behaviors feel automatic even though they don't have to stay that way, and how to change these autopilot responses so that we can navigate our way to a calmer and more intentional life. And most importantly, we're going to focus on doing and thinking the things that actually work when it comes to healing. If any of this resonates with you, make sure to subscribe because we're just getting started here and I have so much to share with you. Drop a comment and let me know what's the biggest struggle you've had to deal with when trying to heal. I'm going to show you why you have more power than you think and how you can use that power. I'll see you in the next video.